Solana, salami coin. Now, at the time of recording the video, we've had a decent pullback on Solana to a key support level. Price is dropping around 14% or so down to the mid $170 range from our local high of $206. But today I want to discuss where I think Solana is headed, not the short-term noise, the hour-to-hour, the day-to-day, but where we're heading over the next few weeks, maybe the next month, and also where we might be able to expect Solana to actually top out this cycle, say over the next 5 to 6 months. That's the plan for this video. A Solana video that is heavy on charts, okay? So let's get started with the short-term picture, okay? Now this is the daily chart here, and we recorded this 12 hours before you're watching it, so we'll have moved a bit by then. But we're starting with this image here because Solana is at a really, really interesting inflection point right now, okay? Prices at the time of recording were just under about $180, okay? Which means it's just under our $185 key range. Now you can see at the $185 mark acts as a key price gateway of sorts. Whenever the Solana price holds above 185 bucks, Solana tends to get into the mid 200s relatively quickly. And I think a weekly close at 185, which we still have a few days to go, could be a very important level for us. But whenever 185 acts as resistance, then it's Dogtown, okay? Prices like to revisit the mid to lower hundreds in that situation. So make no mistake about it, in the shorter term, that $185 level is the line in the sand.
I'm talking about drawing a line in the sand, dude. Across this line, you do not.
So here's what I'm watching specifically. I want to see the daily recover. I want to see a good daily close soon back above the $185 level. The more daily closes we can get above it, the better. The more daily closes we get under 185, short term, not better. The higher the volumes we can get above it, and even better, because higher volumes means more market is supporting the current valuations, the better again. Turning to our indicators on the daily, they're not looking super awesome at the moment. The RSI and the stochastic oscillator are both right now above 50 and trending downwards currently. The MACD appears to be flipping over currently as well. But on the 4-hour charts, things do look a bit better. The RSI is more leveling off, and the stochastic is already at a situation of oversold levels. So maybe a bounce comes in the not so distant future, although the MACD still does look pretty bearish in this situation too. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But again, the bulls want daily closes above $185. So by the time you're watching this video, you will see, have we got our daily close above 185, or did the bears push us under this key level? And of course, we want volume to pick up here as well. Now, if we can see particularly a weekly close above $185, then I expect we'll see Solana push to the $240 level within the next 2 weeks, maybe the next month, because that's approximately the amount of time that Solana was able to make similar moves in the past. Now, on the flip side, if $185 becomes resistance, especially on the weekly, daily and weekly charts, okay? If it becomes $185 resistance, that becomes more problematic for Solana in the short term. But before we break that situation down, guys, if you're trading crypto and you're not on Femex right now, you're leaving money on the table, okay? They are running an insane new promotion. Check it out. Deposit $1,000, get $200 cash back. Put $10,000 in, they're gonna hand you $999. Go big with $15K deposit, $1,299 cash money back in your account, okay? These are some crazy, crazy deals, man. And it gets even better because you also get bumped up to VIP level 2, which means 50% off your spot fees, 40% off your futures fees. That's some huge savings for active traders. Plus, Femex is an OG cryptocurrency exchange. They've been around for years and they're built for serious traders. And they're available to anyone, anywhere, meaning you. You might need a VPN in some cases. They don't do KYC. Hit that link up down below here. Get your cash back bonuses and start trading. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's dive back into the Solana price here. Right now, we're the final stages of this cycle's bull market if we believe the 4-year cycle theory. So I'm generally not expecting too deep of a pullback on really anything right now in the cryptocurrency market. Something can always happen, but generally we're in a bull market. We're looking for higher highs and higher lows to continue. But the Fibonacci retracement would say that this current move bottoms somewhere between $175 to $155 potentially, because that's where the 0.38, 0.5, and 0.61 retracement levels are currently landing at. So that's where everything is at in the shorter term. Now, personally, my bet is that 185 can be reclaimed on the weekly here, and that we can actually find a support with just a weekly wick under that 85 level, okay? And then we push higher from there. That's because volumes that got us that $185 in the first place, the breakout above it, up to $206, were elevated. So there's strength in the most recent move, and we're still in a bull market, in case you haven't noticed. We're in the part of the cycle when we should be seeing more euphoric price action. And let's transition now to the longer term. And by that, I mean, where can we expect Solana to top out for, well, the rest of the year, okay? And if the 4-year cycle holds, then it's the rest of the cycle because we have another 5-6 months in that scenario. So maybe you saw it, but I did an in-depth video on this question back in April. This was basically my summary cheat sheet that I used to wrap up the video. Now, the TLDR here is that my average of averages after running a few different price percentage comparisons and the Fibonacci extension and the market cap share projection was $715. Nerd alert, nerd alert. Anyways, $715, which if that hits, by the way, it means that the price chart will end up looking something like this. Now, this might look and sound crazy based on the current price valuations, but let's see if there's anyone else out there who thinks that $700 Solana might happen by the end of this cycle. Let's ask Grok 4 and see what it thinks. Here's the prompt. From everything that you know, Grok, what's your best guess as to how high the price of one Solana coin will get by the end of this bull market cycle? Give me just one number. Now strap in for this, because blammo, Grok 4's one number was $750, which is very, very interesting. And it's super close, of course, to the average of averages price from the video we made back in April. Now, where do I personally stand on the end of cycle price top for Solana right now? Well, I think Solana probably tops out somewhere around these levels. I think $1,000 Solana is definitely possible, but also it's one of those big sort of red herring giant numbers that might catch some people out too, because you get up to $700-800 and wants to take profit because everyone's going to wait for it to go to $1,000. But there are a lot of tailwinds right now that are behind the asset that are definitely pushing it in its favor, okay? The biggest ones that I'm watching are the Genius Act. It just got signed into law, and Solana is definitely the home for stablecoins after Ethereum. This means stablecoins will go from hundreds of billions to trillions. They need blockchains to run on. The two blockchains they're most prominently running on right now are Ethereum and Solana. They're the two big ones, okay? Number two, Solana ETFs. So since July 7th, which was the day one launch of the US's first Solana ETF, the Rex shares one, which is not an exact spot ETF, but it's basically a Solana ETF. Anyway, they've already had $105 million flow into the product, and this is just getting started. And the third factor, public companies are stacking Solana as a treasury reserve asset. So currently, there's 7 companies that are buying up Solana on a regular basis, buying truckloads of it. I think we can even add in here the fact that realistically, man, Solana is doing so good at a technical level. It's absolutely insane. The number of daily transactions and the Fire Dancer upgrades and just really everything that you see going on, man, is absolutely nuts. Just from a technical level. But anyway, these treasury companies, they've already purchased around 3 million Solana coins, which is a pretty decent percentage of the total supply. And again, this is just getting started. So based on the technicals and the fundamentals, the treasury company trade is far from over here, by the way, guys. So based on the technicals, based on the fundamentals, again, I think a $700, $750 price tag for Solana is totally rational and reasonable. And a $1,000 or slightly over $1,000 price target, like $1,100, is sort of the maximum bull case here for Solana, okay? You'll see crazy predictions start coming out. People are going to start, as soon as we start running, hit new all-time highs, people are going to start calling for $10,000 Solana and all that kind of bullshit again. Keep your head screwed on, keep some realistic price targets in mind, and remember to take profits along the way, okay? You're not a genius, it's just a bull market. Enjoy it. Thanks for watching.